Hi there, very good morning. My name is Mithlesh Singh, and today's I'm going to talk about AWS Transit Gateway. What it is, how does it work, why do we need AWS Transit Gateway, and how to implement. But before moving ahead and understand the complete concept of the Transit Gateway, we have to look back and see important networking part of the AWS. The first one is AWS VPC. VPC is a virtual private cloud. So it's a logical isolated network which you can create into your AWS account. So once you create it, AWS provide you full visibility of it, full control of it, and you can place your resources inside the AWS virtual private cloud. It's similar to your on-premises data center logical or isolated network which you create and you manage. Okay. So while you create a VPC, so same as in your data center, you assign some CIDR block to your network. Similarly, you have to assign the CIDR block to your Amazon VPC as well. So make sure while you're assigning a CIDR block, it should not conflict with your on-premises. Otherwise, you cannot establish a VPN connection from your on-premises to AWS VPC. So that is one of the thing you have to focus. So let's talk about key concept of VPC. So the first of all, when you create a VPC that is dedicated to your account, and as I said, you will have full control over there. So you have to assign a CIDR block and then you will split the CIDR block into multiple subnet as per your need. Maybe you need two subnet or more than two subnet. So depend on your use case, you can split your CIDR block into a small part of the IP ranges, which is known as the subnet. So I have splitted this CIDR into two parts, 10.0.0/20 and 10.0.16.0/20. And then I will assign this CIDR block into availability zone. So what is availability zone? So AWS has a concept of regions and availability zone. So while you create any resource, so you will first go inside the regions and like North Virginia, Ohio, Mumbai, Sydney, and under any of the regions, AWS provide multiple data center. So data center is a physical location where you place your resources. Okay, so if you want to understand more about it, go into my channel and check about these two video. What is availability zones and what is regions available in AWS. So once you create the subnet, you will assign this subnet to any of the availability zone. And remember, a subnet can be part of only one availability zone, and a availability zone can have multiple subnet. So I assign this subnet to availability zone 1A and availability zone 1B. VPC is a regional service. Like in North Virginia, you can create one VPC. So a VPC is regional service which you cannot share with other regions like Ohio. If you have created a VPC under North Virginia, that is dedicated for North Virginia region only. And under the regions, whatever the data centers are availability zones available, you can further split your CIDR block of VPC and then which is known as subnet, and you can assign that subnet to your availability zone or data center. So once you're done with this part, you can create your virtual machine like I have created in availability zone 1A and 1B, 10.0.0.20 and 10.0.16.10. Now, if you want to communicate this virtual machine from 20 to 10, how will you establish the communication? So the other important part of your networking is a route table which give you the direction how to reach from one location to other location or one system to other system. Take an example, if you are going somewhere and you know the place where you are going, but you don't know how to reach over there. So you use or you take help of someone, right, to get the path of that destination, or you use the Google Map, right? In networking, so there is a route table defined. Okay, so route table will help you to give the direction. Okay, so take an example from 10.00.20, it wants to communicate. It said, hey, I want to communicate with 10.0.16.10/20. But this virtual machine doesn't know where is this located, how to reach over there. So what does it do? It check the routes, whatever the route is associated with subnet. So it verify that. So once you create a VPC, so AWS create a default route or local route which consists of your CIDR block like 10.0.0/16. So it create a local route 10.0.0/16, which is known as the local route. So what happened? So you associate this subnet, this route table with your subnet, and what does it do? It go to the subnet and say, hey, I want to go and communicate with 10.0.16.10. So what does subnet do? Subnet say, I don't know. You need to check this path from the route table. So it reach to your route table, okay, and see what is the request, and then route table give the direction. Route table read, okay, what is your IP address and where you want to go. So it said, I want to go 10.0.10.0.16.10. So it says that belong to the local route, and it keep the direction and help to communicate with other virtual machine. Okay. The next part is, take an example, if you want to communicate with Google, Microsoft, or any of external website, how will traffic move from your VPC to outside the VPC? So for that, what you have to use, or the other key concept of VPC, is Internet Gateway. So Internet Gateway basically help you to allow your virtual machine to directly communicate with internet, or allow it to anyone to communicate or connect your virtual machine from external network. So that is the use of Internet Gateway. So for that, what you have to do is, take an example, this VM wants to communicate with google.com. Okay, so if you want allow your VM to available over the public network, and also you want to connect internet from your virtual machine, then you have to set up a internet gateway. So remember, there are two things, right? If there are two things, if you want to only access internet from your virtual machine, then you will have to use NAT. If you want to access internet from your VM, and also you want to allow someone from the public network to access your virtual machine, then you have to use internet gateway. So how does it work? Let's see. Take an example from your system 10.0.0.20. It wants to communicate with google.com. So what happened? It come to the route. Okay, it come to the route, and under the route, what you have to do is, this is the default route created. So you need not to do anything for 10.0.0/16. But apart from 10.0.0/16, you have to define a route. What happened? So once it reaches to your default route, your route table will see what is your request, where you want to go. So it is say google.com, but it said, I don't know who is the google.com, because the IP which you are carrying is not related to your local route. So carrying means to want to communicate. So the google.com IP is the public IP address, which is not belonging to your 10.0.0/16. So what you have to do is, first of all, you have to create an internet gateway, and then create a custom route and mention 0.0.0/0. So anything apart from 10 will go to that 0.0.0 and point to internet gateway ID. And Then what happen? Your VM will send the request and come to your route table, and from the route table it go to the internet and communicate with google.com, microsoft.com, Facebook, whatever you want to access from your virtual machine. The other one is NAT. So remember, difference between NAT and Internet Gateway. Internet Gateway will allow your VM to communicate with Internet and also allow any external user to communicate or connect your virtual machine directly. But if you want to access only internet from your virtual machine and do not want to allow anyone to connect your virtual machine, then what you can do is you can establish or set up a NAT gateway. So what does it do? It basically work. The full form of NAT is Network Address Translator. So what does it do? It listen the request, translate your request, send request to outside, and get the response from google.com and help to access the internet. Okay, so for that, what you have to do is you have to create other custom route and point it from like 000 to NAT gateway IT. So what happen if you do this? So from your system, whenever there is a request from your private system and want to access the internet, it will come to your route table, NAT gateway. From NAT gateway, it go to the internet gateway and then connect to your like whatever the site you want to access. So, guys, that's all. If you want to understand this thing in detail and also wants to do some hands-on practical, so go on my channel and verify the networking part, these three part. You will get more visibility on it and the practical part. So, thanks for watching today's session, and I'll cover the part two of the transit gateway and discuss more about it. Guys, if you like it, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share my channel. Thanks.